What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Talkbox here, and you're listening to Doghouse Podcast. Y'all, they keep it real, and y'all need to check it out. Stay tuned for all the greatest interviews on the planet. Let's go.
So we have Travis Page on with us. I'm here at the Doghouse Podcast.
Thing or anybody that got you into it?
I started singing at an early age, and then my main gig I started playing saxophone at a young age. The last full band tour we did, our two favorite nights were Fayetteville, Arkansas, because it ended up being a great night.
Make tons of money, but it's just not that way. And
yeah, it's not easy to make a ton of money.
No, and you got to make your money off the touring, like you guys are doing.
Yeah.
And we are back with another episode of the Doghouse Podcast. I am your co-host, Logan, a.k.a. Little Snake. And across the table is
Luke, a.k.a. Little Tater.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, just got a couple great interviews done. Got some more lined up.
Yeah.
So it's been great on here lately. I'm doing good today, though, man. You good?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Getting to talk to Travis was really cool, man. Just kind of hearing a little bit about his story and how he got into music, and then hearing about all the stuff he's got going on right now with, he's got the album coming out pretty soon. It sounds like they're going to be doing, I didn't even know they were supposed to be doing a tour coming up, but it sounds like they're going to be doing a tour.
Yeah, Travis is busy all the time right now.
Yeah.
Having to be away from his family for weeks at a time sucks.
Yeah,
sure.
It's got to be hard.
But that's what he does. That's how his income is made, and got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah, he was a cool guy to get to know, and to just kind of, get to know some of the stuff he's going through right now in the music world, and some of the stuff he's got coming up, and but without further ado, I guess we'll get right into it there.
So we have Travis Page on with us here at the Doghouse Podcast. And Trav, how you doing today, bud?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, man. We've had so many shows lined up here lately that's it's been busy, man. Honestly.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really, really busy here. But, for our listeners out there, we just thought that having you on the show would bring a lot of value to our entertainment segment, with all your music and everything. And cool. So for everybody out there, could you just give us a little bit of, who you are and where you're from?
Yeah, my name's Travis Teel Page. I am from St. Louis, Missouri. That's where I live right now. I'm originally from Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, which is a small town in the Ozark Hills of Missouri, where the show Ozark is set.
Yeah.
It's not quite like that, but that's where I'm from. That's home, yeah. That's home. So I must have missed all of the money laundering and drug dealing when I was in high school. It must have been the cool kids. It wasn't me. Yeah. So.
That's awesome, man.
Good show.
Just to kind of tie into that, now, for your band name or your is it just Travis Teel Page, or is it?
So it's Travis Teel Page and the Capital Club.
And the Capital Club, okay.
And the Capital Club, yeah, it's what we go by. It's just a lot easier, and people always asking, "What's the name of the band?"
Yeah.
It's just my name,
Yeah.
So I added the Capital Club because I play with the same group of guys anyway. So every show that we play the same group of guys. So we just figured give them a name too. So it's Travis Teel Page and the Capital Club, and Teel spelled with two E's, so Teel.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
For those band members, who are those band members? What are their names?
So the guys that we roll with predominantly, the last gig I played, I actually played with a different drummer, but the guys that have played on the album and the guys I play with mostly, electric guitars, we've got Logan Miller and Caleb Mabry, and those are both St. Louis guys. Caleb's actually moving to Austin tomorrow. So we're sad to see him go, but
B-Monthly is Bartlesville City's magazine, published monthly and highlighting the people, places, and events that tell the story of us all.
B-Monthly is completely local. They're owned and operated right in Bartlesville. They're dedicated to providing the community with all the latest up-to-date information about arts, entertainment, and the people in this region, along with the history of this great city and profiles showcasing the people who make the city a vibrant and happy place in which they live, work, and play.
They love their community and telling the story of us all. Each month in B-Monthly, Bartlesville City Magazine.
For more on Be Monthly Magazine, go to www.bartlesvillemonthly.com. You can find them on Facebook at Bartlesville Monthly Magazine, and you can also find them on Instagram at Be Monthly Magazine. Now back to the show.
And then bass, we got a guy named Peter Plank, who's also in St. Louis. And then our drummer lives in Dallas. His name is Ryan Rich.
Okay.
And he's kind of the glue that holds us all together. But yeah, man, they're a crazy bunch of guys, but we have a blast. So
there you go.
Yeah. Hey, Travis, go along with that. What kind of got you into music? Straightforward question. Is there anything or anybody that got you into it?
I started singing at an early age, and then my main gig I started playing saxophone at a young age, and so I played saxophone all through college, and that was kind of my main thing. And then I didn't start writing music until after college. And my buddies were writing music, and they're like, my buddy Logan that is in the band with me started writing music, and he was kind of pushing me to write more music and kind of try the singer-songwriter thing. And so I started writing a little bit, and we enjoyed it, and we're still kind of doing it. So yeah, that's kind of the story.
Now, is there any musicians or out there that have influenced you, or kind of maybe your idols?
I would say a lot of the songwriters of like the 70s I like a lot. Like, I'm a huge Eagles fan, so I like the Eagles a lot. And then like Joni Mitchell comes up in my music a lot. She's another songwriter from the 70s. But I would say right now, guys like Jason Isbell, Sturgill Simpson's a big guy that I like. The two smaller names are guys that my two favorite songwriters are named David Ramirez and Noah Gunderson, but they're not like big names or anything. They're kind of smaller songwriters. Noah Gunderson's he's kind of getting a little bit bigger right now, but David Ramirez and Noah Gunderson are my two favorite songwriters. So I would recommend anybody checking those guys out because they are phenomenal songwriters.
So now with you, in the whole music industry, in the music scene, there's got to be tons of hardships that you come across. And, if it's touring or if it's just finding time to get together with the band to practice, or could you just kind of go over some of the hardships that you've experienced, in the last, just maybe even month or month and a half? Or
yeah, man, it's tough sometimes. It's not like, to be honest, it's like I'm getting to make music with my friends. And so it's hard to complain about that, but it's,
Snake, we're always looking for music for our podcast. And what better company to use than Huddy Productions?
All of his beats are made from scratch, and they sound amazing. If you're an artist looking for someone to work with, or if you're like us and just want to buy instrumentals for your podcast, you have to use Huddy Productions. Leases start at $30, and exclusives are negotiable. Beats that are solely produced by Huddy Productions are buy one, get one free, and that excludes any collaborated beats. Follow Huddy Productions on Instagram at Huddy_Productions, on Twitter at Huddy Production. Go to www.huddyproductions.net. Now back to the show.
It's I remember we were doing a gig down in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and we were supposed to go on at 8:00, or the opener was supposed to go on at 8:00, and it's 8:00 and there's not a soul in the place. And so there was literally nobody there. And so thankfully the bar manager was like, let's just push it back an hour. And I was super heated, man. I was so upset because we had worked with, like, I wasn't mad at the bar manager. I was just mad. We'd worked with this guy that, this booking guy that was supposed to, he's telling me he's going to pack the place out. And so it's just kind of hard. Like that stuff kind of sucks. Like the marketing of making music is something that I do not enjoy in the slightest. And so I just like making music and playing music with my friends. The whole social media game and, trying to promote your stuff. That stuff kind of sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's kind of the toughest part about making music. It's just the business of it is no fun.
Yeah.
And then traveling sucks. I've got 2 kids and a wife, and being away from them's no fun. We were just recording a couple songs in Austin, Texas, and I had to be gone for about a week and a half from them. So that kind of sucked. But it's not, at the end of the day, I'm getting to make music with my friends. So it's not horrendous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I can understand that for sure.
Yeah. Now, is there since you, obviously you play a lot of places, been a lot of places. Is there a spot, that is your favorite place to play so far?
I like playing St. Louis shows because we try not to play. So we're all, like I said, most of us are from St. Louis, or most of us live in St. Louis now. And so those hometown shows are pretty special. we try not to play too much in St. Louis so that the fans show up whenever we have a show. You don't want to play too much and just kind of, wear them out, and to the point where they're not showing up at your shows. So we try to keep St. Louis shows special. So we try, we'll be going on tour this fall, and St. Louis will probably be the last show we play. So it's always fun to pack out a room like a hometown show and do that. But I would say the last full band tour we did, our 2 favorite nights were Fayetteville, Arkansas, because it ended up being a great night. Like we pushed it back an hour. That show I was talking about, we pushed it back an hour, and by the end of it, it was a packed house, and so it was great. But it was not fun there at the beginning. That and the Lake of the Ozarks, my hometown, that was also a fun show. So those are always fun shows. We played there a couple times. But yeah, I would say those 2.
Okay, cool. Now you do have you have an album that you're working on, right?
We do. We're working on an album right now. We've released a couple singles. So we've got 2 singles that have already released. One coming out this month or next month. I guess it's not July yet. So one coming out in July, and then we'll have the full length album coming out in November probably.
Okay, so November. And what's the name of that album?
The name is called Before the Truth Sets In.
Before the Truth Sets In. Okay, I didn't want to put any spoilers out there or anything.
No, yeah, that's what it's called. It's called Before the Truth Sets In. It's a line from the single that just got released called Ozark. Okay. The whole album's kind of about. It's kind of a nostalgic album. It's about a lot of the songs are about my hometown. Yeah. Just kind of remembering what was and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna say you can check out the singles that are already out. One of them's called Ozark. So.
And the other one is called Enough, right?
Enough, yeah. The other one's called Enough.
Okay, cool. Now, how many songs are you planning on putting on that album?
Right now, there's going to be 10. So
10. Okay.
Unless we cut one or add one, we're looking at 10 right now.
Cool.
Where could our listeners find it?
So the album is going to be out. Both singles that are out right now are under Travis Teel Page and the Capitol Club, and they're all just about everywhere. So Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music. I think even Tidal. So yeah. Okay. So really anywhere that you listen to music, you can find it. And then the album will be the same way. Anywhere that you can, Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes. If you still buy music, if people out there still buy music, please go to iTunes and buy the music. That'd be awesome. But nobody's expecting that. So
it seems like everybody's just streaming these days and just download stuff.
Which is fine. It's it's cool. More people getting to listen to music is a better thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was interesting whenever I was down there at college, in Oklahoma City, the couple of years that I was down there doing the music production classes and audio engineering and stuff. They said that it's such a crazy time today in the music industry because if you're gonna make like some serious cash off of it, a lot of people think, oh, everybody can just go and create a band and just make tons of money, but it's just not that way. And
it's not easy to make a ton of money.
No, and you got to make your money off the touring, like you guys are doing. Yeah. And so that's awesome, man. Well, we don't want to take up too much of your time, man.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Seriously, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, this is great. We had a great time, man. So good luck on your tour. You said are you going on tour? Did you say? And
sometime this fall. Yeah, sometime this fall. Okay. When the album releases, we'll go on tour when the album releases sometime this fall.
Well, I guess Trav, we'll see you later, man.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
See you, bud.
All right, so for this next segment, we got our music recommendations. And since we had Travis on with us, he's a big 70s guy.
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
So I thought for this segment here, we could name a band from the 70s or that played in the 70s that you like.
Yeah.
So is there anyone that comes to mind?
For me, right off the top of the head was Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Gotta love Fleetwood Mac. With Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, they've just got a chemistry that's unbelievable. But no, and to get even more detailed on that, I would say the Rumors album. Whenever I think it was like 77 whenever they released that album. From the research I had done, but they've got some great songs on there. Go Your Own Way, Dreams, Songbird. They got some good songs on that album. But Fleetwood Mac they've always been one of my favorite bands. Just kind of like I said with Lindsey and Stevie, the whole band, it just it's just it's quite a chemistry
Just
there.
meshed good, huh?
Yeah. But and they had a period there where the other woman, I can't remember her name, the blonde-haired lady that's in the band. I can't remember her name, but they had a time there where like Stevie did her own solo work, I think, and she kind of left the band, to my knowledge, and then that other lady took over and sang some songs, and I mean it still sounded good, but it wasn't like it was with Stevie, of course.
Yeah.
But what about you?
Oh, you know. I was gonna say on yours, Steely Dan. I've known you listen to lately.
Yeah, I love Steely Dan.
Awesome.
Yeah, they got some good stuff too, man.
But
Deacon
I'll
Blues
throw
all that.
I'll throw a little more rock, and mine's got to be Led Zeppelin,
Oh yeah.
who I still listen to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've listened to them for a long time.
Yeah.
They're
oh,
just something about Led Zeppelin's awesome.
yeah, they're awesome, man. They
I mean, they have a ton of great songs.
oh yeah. Yep,
Not many
and-
bad ones.
No, and you know the thing about Zeppelin that it seems like I don't know, I just really connect with them on a lot of their I guess you could say weird aspects, because like in the whole 70s, I guess late 60s to 70s, like the whole Woodstock era, you know, where it was just kind of a weird psychedelic type thing. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people probably think that's weird these days, but I like that whole Jimi Hendrix, you know, psychedelic type of thing. But
Yeah, I do
no,
too.
Led Zeppelin, man, they have some great songs. What's your favorite Led Zeppelin songs?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Immigrant Song's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's a good
Misty
one.
Mountain Hop's a great song.
Yeah,
Black Dog
yeah,
might be one of my favorites.
yeah,
I mean, they have a ton.
yeah.
I mean,
Stairway
I like
to
all-
Heaven. is probably
Stairway
one
to
of my
Heaven, the
yeah.
most known.
Yeah,
I didn't even
yeah.
think about that, but yeah, it's a great one.
Interesting thing about the Stairway to Heaven, that I had learned about probably in the last 5 or 6 years, that, you know, there was a lot of copyright issues and stuff that went down in the 60s and 70s, because especially with Led Zeppelin, because they played they got a lawsuit against them because they were some artist, I don't even remember his name, from like the earlier years, maybe the 50s or 60s, I'm not sure, had claimed that they stole his intro to that, the doon 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 doon, you know, the intro guitar part to Stairway to Heaven, and then once you match it up side by side, it's almost identical. It really is. But that's an interesting thing. If you ever get a chance to check that out, I would. There's actually a YouTube video out there, and it's called Everything is a Remix, and I watched it back when I was in college as part of one of my classes for production, and it's pretty interesting, man, on all the songs that are out there that pretty much were not copied, but I mean, you know, emulated, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. But
And isn't Stairway to Heaven backwards? Like have something to do with the devil or something?
yeah, they had
You
that.
heard something like
they
that?
had that on one of those old record players, I think. And the guy, he rewound it or
backwards,
something.
I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. Yeah, we might have to include
I
that.
don't know if that's
at
true.
the end of this show. Well, hey, I'll try to get that. I'll try to get that copied, and we'll include that at the end of the show if we can, for our listeners that haven't heard that. I've heard it, and obviously you've heard it, but oh yeah, that was a cool thing, man.